It is 6 o'clock on the nose right now, and we want to give you a live look at St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. You can see the crowds are there, perhaps busier than usual. Today is, if anything, an unusual day there in Rome. We have gotten word that Pope Francis has died. Today would have been an important day for the faithful to celebrate Christ having risen again, as is written in the Bible. But then just a few hours ago, getting word that Pope Francis died in the early morning hours there in Rome. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. I'm Melody Mendez, and for Raul.
I'm Latoya Edwards. Our Lauren Melendez, as we see us standing by live right now outside of Boston's Cathedral of the Holy Cross with the latest in the Pope's passing. Lauren.
Hi, good morning, Melody. Good morning, Latoya. I mean, this is just a difficult day. The Vatican announcing that His Eminence died at 7:45 their time, which would have been 1:45 this morning for us. I mean, this will officially begin a 9-day period of mourning for the more than 1.2 billion Catholics across the world. Now, obviously, this is heartbreaking news, we know, not just for Catholics, but for so many other world leaders and families who just simply appreciated and respected the 88-year-old pontiff, who we know rattled the Catholic Church's traditions and inspired progressives, one who reached out to LGBTQ plus communities, one who championed the rights of immigrants and the poor. Now, we watched as Pope Francis battled pneumonia, battled bronchitis, unable at times to even speak. Even toward the early part of the year, when we celebrated when he was discharged from the hospital. I mean, that was almost a month ago to this week. He even spoke briefly during Easter Mass, where an NBC News correspondent, Claudio Lavanga, saw him in person. But Claudio says that the Pope's doctors advised him to rest for at least 2 months to avoid as much contact with others as possible, and he did not stay exactly tooth and nail to that plan.
He kind of respected that for literally a week, and then he started to make appearances. He came out. He was among the crowds. He was meeting the children, as we saw yesterday. So he didn't really listen that much to the doctor's advice. But that was Pope Francis. I mean, he was not a pope that was, taking care of himself or worrying about his health. He was more like, the pope. He was the people's pope.
So Francis's body, in line with tradition, will be in a coffin in public view in St. Peter's Basilica. Then also cardinals will hold a conclave so that they can determine who will be the next world leader of Catholics. Reporting live here at the St. Peter's Holy Cross, I'm Lauren Melendez, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, Vice President J.D. Vance sharing his thoughts on the passing of Pope Francis. Of course, just a day after seeing him, he wrote in part, "I just learned of the passing of Pope Francis. My heart goes out to the millions of Christians all over the world who loved him. I was happy to see him yesterday, though he was obviously very ill." Vance met with Pope Francis briefly yesterday in Rome.
Well, the Roman Catholic Church must now pick a new leader. After the Pope's funeral, the cardinals, the church's most senior members, will convene a conclave. They will have a series of votes to elect a successor. Black smoke will billow from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel if a vote ends with no successor. And when the smoke turns white, then a new pope has been picked. Stay with NBC 10 Boston as we observe the death of Pope Francis. We will bring you the latest all morning long and have more reaction and analysis on NBC10Boston.com.